In a previous video, we recently talked about a woman's value if she's not able to get pregnant in Islam. But you guys asked some very interesting questions, and one in particular was about, can a woman get IVF done in Islam?
So I'm not a scholar, guys. I'm not here to give you fatwas as to whether something's allowed, whether something isn't allowed. But in the opinion that we follow, yes, IVF is fine as long as you're using your husband's sperm and no one else's sperm. I know some women go through IVF and they use artificial insemination where they use a sperm donor and they get themselves impregnated through that. In Islam, that's not allowed, because what happens is when someone donates that sperm, that person becomes the father of the child, and that person has to give the name to the child. You can't get pregnant through someone else's sperm and then give your husband's name to that child, because now that child isn't your husband's at that point. Now say that you do get pregnant with someone else's sperm, right? And if that child is a girl, that child will not be your husband's mahram. So if she ever chooses to do niqab or hijab, she'd have to cover in front of the husband. And that's also another reason why you can't use someone else's sperm. Also, guys, one really interesting thing is when a person donates their sperm, that person becomes their child in Islam. So Islamically, that person is their mahram. So if somebody is donating sperm, right, they'd have a lot of children who they can't get married to in Islam. So imagine if a man was donating a lot of sperms in Islam, right? That person's having a lot of children who becomes his mahrams. They're also his children's mahrams, so his children can't get married to those people. So, you know, like, that would make things very complicated. That's also another wisdom behind why that type of thing wouldn't work out in Islam.
But how would he know it's his kid or not?
We wouldn't. That's the whole thing.
Okay, but let's say there's a woman and she's single and she wants to get the IVF procedure done. Is there any alternative to take place if, say, she doesn't have a partner at that time?
What she can do is she can take the eggs and she can freeze them for a later time when she does get married, and she can use her husband's sperm to impregnate the eggs at that point. Obviously, again, guys, I'm not a scholar, so it's best to ask your scholar if that's actually allowed. But yeah, that's the opinion we follow. So guys, if you have any questions about any of this, let us know.